Today we continue on our productivity series and we would be looking at all things distractions. Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great and you're having an amazing day so far. My name is Tobi Achudume. If this is your first time here, you're super welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me. So here we talk about topics, tips and tricks that would help us grow fearlessly into the best version of ourselves. Today we continue on our productivity series and we would be looking at all things distractions. So if you have not seen any of the previous episodes in this series, I think you should definitely check them out and share your comments with me on what you think on those tips. I created a playlist on it. It's called Productivity Series, so you can just binge watch on it from the first episode to this very episode that we're talking about today. So today we are looking at all things distractions and how to avoid them. So let's get right into this video. So distractions are definitely killers of productivity. If we don't know how to stop them or at least contain them to the barest minimum, they would affect us, affect our productivity and affect our efficiency. So if you cannot avoid productivity or at least limit it or contain it to the barest minimum, they would affect our efficiency, our productivity, our energy and our time. But there are two sides to this coin of distractions. On one side, there will always be distractions. So there would always be phone calls to take, there would be emails to answer, there will be what am I eating for dinner today that would pop up in our heads during the day. On the other side of this is that distractions can be limited or contained so that you still have a productive day even if they spread off their head. The key word for this, or the key word to this, is discipline. So with discipline, to do anything in the world, you actually and definitely need to be disciplined about it. So I will not be talking about discipline or going into discipline in details in this video, maybe another video, but not this particular one. But I would say this, with discipline, you have to define your why. Why do you want to do this? Why is this important for you? Why do you have to avoid distractions when it comes to you having a productive day? What do you aim to achieve with discipline? So throughout the rest of this video, you should definitely have this word discipline at the back of your mind as we slide through the rest of this video, okay? So there are different forms or different types of distractions that we could have in the day. We have emails to respond to, we have phone calls to answer, we have friends to gist with, we have food to be eaten, we have thoughts of what to eat for the rest of the day. There are so many distractions, sometimes good, sometimes bad. Our thoughts, our ideas could also come up as distractions sometimes in the day. All of that being said, let's look at how we're going to fix these distractions and make sure that they do not affect our productivity. First up, keep your phone away from you when you're doing important tasks. This is definitely difficult to do. I can say that. Not the easiest thing to do, but it is doable. Apart from this being difficult, we also live in the age or period where sometimes our work is done on our phone. But my point is, if the work that you want to do, the important task that you have to do in the moment is not on your phone, but somehow your hand keeps roaming to your phone, keep it away from you. Lock it up in a cabinet or in a cupboard or wherever it is that you know you will not be able to reach quickly. And if you're going to do this, you're doing this because you have also set up systems to ensure that whatever it is that they're reaching you for on the phone can be handled even if you don't get to the phone. Most of the distractions that we have today are on our phone: Instagram, Twitter, social media, emails, replying emails and all those things. And when I say emails, I'm not talking about emails that has to do with work that you have to do, but if you're working on a particular task and you keep getting emails from other things that are not important to the task that you're doing in the very moment, then you definitely do not have to respond to that email at that point. And that is why I think keeping your phone away from you when you're doing important tasks at particular time frames of your work duty can help you to avoid distractions. So So when I say important task, say you're working on a particular project and you removing your eyes from that project for 2 minutes to just look at a text that just came into your phone will take away from you being productive in that particular project. Then you should keep your phone away from you, because seeing the phone itself could be a distraction. Like I said before, keeping your phone away from you could definitely not be the easiest thing to do. But how do you do this? Again, discipline. If you're disciplined with what you're doing, you know the reason why you need to keep your phone away so you can focus on this particular task that you're doing. Then keeping your phone away would be easier. Second, schedule distractions. So we schedule every other thing. In other episodes of this productivity series, we have talked about scheduling and using time blocks to do different tasks that you need to do. Another way that you could avoid distractions or contain distractions is if you schedule distractions. So in your plan or in your day plan that you have created for a particular day, include distractions time. So when I say that, I mean include the time that you're going to go on social media, include the time that you want to think of what you want to eat. If you're not eating now in the middle of this task, you don't have to be thinking of what it is that you want to eat in the evening. Do you see where I'm going with this? So schedule your distractions. Create a time frame in your time blocks for you to look at whatever it is that would normally be a distraction to you. So create the time that you would reply to emails that has nothing to do with work. Create the time that you would go on social media to surf Instagram or Twitter or whatever social media platform that you like to go on. Also create the time that you would think of whatever it is that you would want to eat, maybe the night before or the morning, what it is that you're going to eat in the night for dinner or where you're going to eat for dinner. When you schedule distractions, then when these distractions want to pop up, you remind yourself that there is a time for you to do that, and that time is not now. So with scheduling distractions, this would also include emails. Like I said, I know most of our work these days includes replying to emails, but if that email is not bringing you money, then you don't have to reply to it right now. And the third thing is for you to write your thoughts and ideas. So I have a video on writing ideas or thoughts down. I'll link it in the description box, and I will also link it somewhere in this video. You should definitely check that out. Ideas and thoughts are some of the things that would distract us when we are working on particular plans or particular projects, or even generally in the day. And that's because the way our mind works, our mind does not work with you saying, I am doing this very important thing, I don't want to think of any other thing else. Ideas definitely creep up in your mind when you're doing the most important task. How you can stop this from affecting the work that you are doing in the moment is if you're able to jot down this particular idea as it pops up. That way you're able to take your mind off that particular idea that's just come up and continue on your work. Because when it comes to ideas, one of the reasons why we would dwell on it is because we don't want to forget that idea. But when you're able to write down this particular idea that has just popped up in your head, you're able to get your mind off it, because you are sure and you are aware of the fact that you cannot forget this idea again because you have written it down. Again, this boils down to discipline. If you're disciplined with the work that you're doing at hand, when another idea comes up that wants to distract you from being completely successful at the task that you're doing, then you know to write it down on a piece of paper, on a journal, and get your mind back to the work that you're doing. One reason why this is also very advisable for us to do is because ideas is not what is going to bring you the money. Execution, which is what you're doing at the moment, is what is going to bring you the money. So for this productivity series, I have created an amazing worksheet that I think would definitely help us to be more productive in our day-to-day life, and it would also be a very good place for you to start scheduling your distractions. So to get this amazing tool, all you have to do is click the link in the description box that has amazing tool as its heading, and you will get this in your mailbox as soon as possible. Remember to check the email when you're scheduled the time for it. Okay, let's get back into the video. So to recap on how to avoid or contain distractions: 1, keep your main distraction away. In this case, that would be your phone. 2nd, schedule distractions in time blocks and time frames, as you would schedule your most important task for the day. schedule your distractions. And third, write down the ideas that could pop up as distractions in your head so you can focus on the task that you're doing at hand and go back to your idea at a later time. So guys, share with me in the comment section, how do you avoid distractions when they come up and obstruct your day? What do you do to ensure that you still have a productive day though you've been distracted? That's it from me for you today. Thank you so much for watching this series. Thank you for your feedback, your likes and your comments. If you like this particular video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.